Welcome to Strong Mind Self-Tap. My name is Joelle and this is my channel. I'd love to invite you to subscribe if you're new here, and if you are back, thank you so much. So today I am filming a full day of food, so what we eat in a day. So I always start my days with a cup of hot coffee. I love to have a coffee while I read my Bible and I pray. That is definitely my most favorite way to start my mornings. Gets me on the right track. So I'm just getting my breakfast, well actually the children's breakfast. I have 5 children, Joseph, Isaac, Darius, Lillian and Michaela. So I am making them some porridge this morning. I'm just using quick oats. I'm adding some coconut there. I'll also be adding in some sultanas and some brown sugar and cinnamon and a bit of milk and bananas. And that will be a nice filling warm breakfast on this cold late May morning. So I'm also starting on my breakfast. I'm just going to grill up some toast. I don't use the toaster because I can't have gluten, and so I don't want to cross-contaminate my bread. And while that's grilling away, I'm just stirring the kids' porridge. That's getting nice and warm, and I'm going to switch that over to get both sides nice and crispy. And here are my hungry kids getting into their yummy porridge. Little May is waiting for her mummy to sit down and feed her. My 4 older kids are also having a glass of milk with their breakfast. So I am on Weight Watchers on their green plan, and this breakfast right here is only 8 points. So I have 2 pieces of gluten-free toast, 1 tablespoon of almond butter, which I am just spreading on my toast, and then I'm going to slice up bananas. And if you know about Weight Watchers, bananas are 0 points. Woohoo! So I slice up these bananas, and then I'm going to sprinkle that with some cinnamon and drizzle it with some sugar-free maple syrup. And oh my goodness, guys, this does not feel like dieting at all. And hot tip, I use a knife and fork because it does get a bit messy, but it also just makes it last that little bit longer and taste that little bit better, and I really enjoy it. So this is really delicious. And now we're moving on to our group time in the morning, and this is where I have my second cup of coffee in the day, which I so look forward to. So enjoying that. We also have leftover Easter eggs. You know, it's the end of May, but we got so many, we still have them. So we're going to enjoy those during our group time if we're listening and get our answers right. And I might even have 2 Easter eggs myself. Only 2 points. Moving on to lunch, I should mention that this is the day before I grocery shop, so we are out. So I've had to do a bit of a mixed plate, if you want to call it that, for my kids' lunch. So they've got crackers and egg and cheese and apple and half a muesli bar and some protein balls. Honestly, fed is fed, right? So they were quite happy with this lunch. They thought it looked very exciting. And I just tell them to come and get a glass of water if they want one. For me, I am having some steamed veggies with some tuna and beans. These veggies just look like this, and you put them in the microwave for 3 minutes and they're delicious. And I have that with this tuna and bean packet, which also goes in the microwave, and it's really filling and only 5 points on Weight Watchers Green. I'm also going to have an apple and some chocolate balls. They are 2 points each and they're delicious. And also a Dr. Pepper. Can you believe Dr. Pepper on Weight Watchers is only 4 points? I love Dr. Pepper. Okay, so moving on to dinner prep, we are having spaghetti meatballs. So I am just using my gluten-free breadcrumbs and some dried onion flakes. I also use some garlic and herb salt and some Italian seasoning, and I put that all together. I crack 2 eggs and I put in my mince. There's my handsome husband just home, so saying hello to him. Just a heads up that I'm going to be working with some meat in a minute, so if that's not the sort of thing you like to watch, maybe fast forward this next little bit. But I add my beef mince in here in just a second. I did make the mistake of not thawing them just enough, so my hands were absolutely freezing, so I had to keep stopping and starting, but I did get all of this rolled up into meatballs. So I'm just using some lean beef mince that I get from Woolworths, but sometimes I'll use pork and veal mince. As you can see, that was not quite soft enough. It was very close, but after I worked with it for a while, it did loosen up. So mix that all in together, and then I just form them into balls. I would usually make these in the slow cooker, and that is definitely my most preferred method. It just tastes even better. But I started this a little too late in the day, so I will be cooking this on the stovetop in that pan that you can see behind me. I've also got the entire family in front of me there in the living room watching a show. They must have been watching something interesting because I keep looking up, so I'm pretty sure they were watching water slides on YouTube, and I'm hearing about Dave's day all at the same time. It's nice being all together. We're not in a huge house, but I kind of like that. We kind of do life all together. We're always in each other's space. It's pretty messy, it's pretty loud, but we absolutely love it. So you can see what they look like there. That really does go a long way. That easily fed our whole family, all 7 of us. So I am going to brown these up first. If I did this in the slow cooker, I wouldn't be doing this, but just so they get a bit more flavor on the stovetop, I'm going to brown them first. So I've just put a little bit of vegetable oil in, and they are going to sizzle away for just a few minutes before I turn them over. And now it's time to add the sauce. So I just use the Woolworths basic pasta sauce. I use 2 of these large jars, and I make sure that the meatballs are completely covered in this sauce. And because they're so well seasoned, there is absolutely no need to add any other seasoning. I just cover it completely, and I'm going to let that simmer away for about 45 minutes, stirring it every now and then to make sure it's not sticking, but it was working really well. I'm also just going to cook up some plain penne pasta. I am not eating pasta tonight. I'm just going to have these on vegetables. So those steamed vegetables that I had earlier, I will have some of those again with the meatballs and some cheese on top. Look at that. Oh my goodness, it tasted so good. So because I'm not having pasta, I'm just using the whole wheat pasta. Usually if I was going to be part of this, I would make sure it was gluten-free, but there's no need because no one else in my family is gluten-free. Here you see the final product. I'm serving this with a small salad as well, so we've all got some. Even little May's got a little bowl there. Dave's excited. Here we are eating our dinner, enjoying it as a family. I think it's so important to sit around the table as a family and eat your dinner. I know it's not always possible, but when it is, it's so important to do it. It's where we talk about our day. The kids ask a million random questions. Somebody always spills their water. It's messy, but it's fun and it's life, and we love it. I am a night owl, and so I will quite often have a coffee in the evening about 6 p.m. or so, because sometimes I don't get to bed till about 1, and I'm also having my sweet and salty popcorn tonight. It is my absolute most favourite snack in the whole world, and on Weight Watchers, Cobb's sweet and salty popcorn is only 2 points per cup. That is it for my full day of food. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. I think I'm going to make more of these videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time on Strong Mind Soft Heart. God bless you. Bye.